The bell is tolling. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Le'Veon Bell, fresh off a 100-yard performance a week ago, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gott.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Rosen on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Bell. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. But look at the Buccaneers starters now on defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
They held them to just 13 points in the game. And truthfully, you can't expect them to play much better than that. That's excellent defense.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's how you pick up a 1st down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the 1st down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Cole Beasley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by their 6-foot quarterback. You may have heard of him. From Purdue, it's Drew Brees.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters. Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brees. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. The numbers for Antonio last week: 3 catches, 54 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Vinatieri's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a first down carry by Bell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Rosen. And Wilson has it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs for different routes and be precise in your cuts.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the run, this is Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. And he he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Rosen looking to throw. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rosen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Caught here by Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rosen. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. Rosen now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And now it's 2nd down. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Johnson, it's poked free. Football's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it. Call it.
Check 59. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now Bell looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. Call it no gain on the play and it'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On the left side he finds Beasley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Rosen. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we